Hey all, Chris Bassett here, and I'm playing Final Fantasy XI on the Catseye private server. I'm going to show you how to solo the Ventures activity. Normally it's reserved for parties, but I'm super antisocial, so we're going to get it done. Let's get into it. So you can find the goblin in the upper Juno area, right in the center by the guide stone. There's two of them. The one goblin does like questing for different crafts, fishing activities, and then the other goblin does the quest for experience points parties. So go ahead and select him. We're here, I'm just going over some of the rewards. The Echad ring is a big item here. It gives you a bonus of like 150% experience points. And then the real gem is that white rareb cap, which gives you treasure hunter +1. Pretty sought after. So here you can see, I'm just going to show the Echad ring. I just picked that up today. It's unlimited uses. It just has a 2-hour cooldown, so you can use that to basically, maximize your experience points. But so the goblin has level ranges for these. So normally you're supposed to group up with a party and then go fight monsters at certain areas under those level ranges. And today's activity for the 60 level is the Boyahda tree. Now the Boyahda tree also has enemies that go all the way up to like 78, which is what we're looking for. Since I'm capped out at the level max of 75, and I don't want to join a party, I'm forced to fight at that level. So we need to find enemies that are at least 3 levels above your current level to gain points for ventures. So I'm going to hop over to the teleport crystal here, and we're looking to go to the Lil Telor. Am I saying that right? But that's where the Boyahda tree's at. If you haven't got this warp point, you'll have to walk it, or you can find your way. This is a 20-year-old game, so there's all sorts of guides online. But I'm going to take the teleport crystal over to Lil Telor, which is the Boyahda tree. And then since I've got this home point next to the Cloister of Gales, it'll be right where we're needing to go. So there are several jobs that can solo, 3 levels above. Some of them include, like a puppet master. It's pretty good at soloing. I'm using Dragoon Blue, which is, the sub-job Blue Mage. I'm going to get out my Wyvern, call him out so he can heal me. You could also probably solo with maybe like a Paladin/Dancer, or Red Mage, or Black Mage. But you're just going to need a job that is pretty efficient at soloing. And I got turned around. Whoops. Wrong way. So we'll head back out. And so the idea here is, because the Dragoon Blue Mage, you need magic points to heal yourself. We're going to run over to the book that's just around the corner. I'm going to drag the Wyvern's icon out of the way. But we're going to run over to the book, and we're going to pick up a refresh. And that's how we're going to keep our mana topped off. That way we can focus on fighting, and we won't have any downtime. We can just use the Wyvern to heal us. So you might want to bring some food. I like to eat meat, and then like a silent oil, because these monsters will, be aggressive towards you. So I'm going to pull out the silent oil, slap it on my character. Here's just the map location. So we're at the top floor of the Boyahda tree, and right over here to the left is where we're going to pick up the refresh book ability, and then we'll head down to the camp. So I'm looking for the silent oil, and you can buy these from the auction house, or you can craft them. So that is one nice thing that I really like about the Catseye server, is it's super solo friendly. So you get access to trusts, which are AI controlled party members, but for this ventures activity you're not allowed to call them in. But I've soloed probably 95% of the game to where I'm at. There's only a couple of fights I actually needed to get help from people. So here's the book refresh. We'll just come over here where it says field support and then pick up refresh, and that's good for an hour. So grab that. If you don't have the book refresh, you can still do this. It's just a little more difficult. You may need to rest in between fights. Or if you have the ethereal earring, which is an earring dropped from one of the last fights. So we're going to go over here to the left, and we're going to drop down the waterfall. And this is where the camp will be. It'll be in between some non-aggressive monsters, so you really won't have to worry about it. But we're looking to target the darters, which are those flies, and then the leeches, which are the blood balls or whatever. And their level ranges are between 75 and 78. So you can check them. So I'm going to highlight the darter. I'm going to check it. Right there it says 77. And this one is 78. So you only get points for the ventures if it's 3 levels above. So we're going to go ahead and cast a defense buff on ourselves, Cocoon, and then we'll engage. And so this is the thing that's kind of tricky, right, is because the monsters have a range between 75 to 78, you're going to have to kill more than you need to get the higher level ones to spawn. So I want to say it took me roughly, I don't know, between 45 minutes to an hour to get all 20 kills done to complete the Ventures page. And each page was giving me about 150 points. So in order to get that 750 point each ad ring, I had to party for roughly 5 hours down here. And it gave me close to 40 merits, which is good. But when I was just wanting to focus on the ring, a little slow going. But so anyway, so yeah, the leeches and the flies both spawn within those 2 level ranges. And just come down here and just slay them out until you get everything done. So I know some people are going to ask about the gear. Obviously, I've geared pretty heavy into Dragoon. I did the quest where on this server, if you get one of your crafting levels to 100, which is incredibly easy, it only takes 10, 12 hours to get something to craft level 100, you're rewarded with a free relic weapon. So I got the Grigasol, or what, the Dragoon's best in slot weapon. So that's a prime item. And then I've also unlocked one of the Aeonic weapon skills for the Dragoon, which is you play Domain Invasion, and then you get items from that, plus the HP Balds, and you can unlock this Aeonic weapon skill. I got Star Diver, which is probably the second most powerful weapon skill. Samurai is definitely top tier on this server, but I also wanted the ability to solo things, so I picked Dragoon. So it's number 2, arguably, damage dealer, and then it can also solo. And then I have another pretty decent item. If you hit level 75 and rank 10, you get a choice from like a defending ring or some other stuff. Oh, so there I'm just pointing out. You can see I have the add-on that shows like the mob ID, and that ID will show the level ranges of the enemies. So this leech, it says it's between 75 to 78, and it actually checked at 78 as a tough. So I could kill him and gain more points towards completing my Ventures page. So here I'm just going to go over some of the equipment I have. I got the Gungear, the Askar. You can get these from doing the daily gob quests in Lower Juno. It rewards you with obsidian shards, and then you can then trade those shards in for some pretty decent gear. What am I doing now? Oh, so just show that I'm rewarding, from hitting 100 in crafting, you're rewarded a relic weapon, which is amazing because normally it takes forever. Defending ring was one of the rewards for rank 10, level 75, rank 10 in your missions. What are we looking at now? Oh, just some of my gear setup. So I have a haste setup or a tanking setup, which is what I macro in when I'm fighting. And then weapon skill, I pour everything into strength because that Star Diver Aeonic weapon skill is heavily merited towards strength, and you can hit upward. It's crazy. You can hit upwards of like 6,000 to 7,000 damage, which is unheard of in like some of the other private servers I've played on. But then we're going to take a look at so like for Dragoon healing, you can trigger the Wyvern Armet, which is like the artifact headpiece. That'll allow you to trigger your healing skills at 50% HP. So you want to slap on HP gear to maximize your HP. That way you can trigger healing breath sooner. And then on the second, while your Wyvern is healing, you want to put on the Artifact 2 helmet, and then anything that increases the Wyvern's hit points, and that will heal you for more. So by having 2 macros when you go to heal yourself, you can trigger the heals sooner, and they'll heal for more. Here's what the macro looks like. The first line is the pre-heal, then I use Sprout Smack. I wait 2 seconds, then I do the mid-heal, then I wait 2 more seconds, and I put back on the haste gear. For my Blue Mage spells, Cocoon and Sprout Smack are the 2 main ones, and then everything else I just kind of base around the attributes that it gives. It gives like Beast Killer, Lizard Killer, Auto Regen, Resist Sleep. Hey, check out another video over here. I've got Amazon links down in the description for discount electronics. Check out those links. No extra cost. You can help support the channel. I really appreciate it. Any other questions or comments, put below. Thanks.